Hey, it's Gerrick.
And Dwayne. Today is going to be a great episode. We are going galactic. This is episode 6 of Trading for Kids, teaching kids about money. And more on the galactic part here in just a bit. First, we want to say, hey, Gerrick's got a shiner. What happened? You got hit with a baseball in the eye. That's going to be quite the shiner. But you know what? We're here. We made it, right? That's a good thing. So, guys, the first thing we want you to do,
Smash that like button
and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. What we do is we teach kids a skill set that will serve them the rest of their life. A skill set that literally could give them back decades of their life and let them retire early and spend more time with their family later on in life. This is a skill set that is not taught in schools. In fact, it's not even really taught in college. And we're teaching kids how to be able to be disciplined and to be able to manage money and manage risk. And we do that through numbers. We do that through numbers. We actually teach kids biblical principles through trading. As Gerrick makes faces at you again today. What are you doing over there? Making faces at everybody? So we teach biblical principles through trading. We teach discipline. There's so many things that kids can learn. What we did is we set Gerrick up with $100 in his CashApp account. Yes, you can trade stocks from CashApp. It's that easy. So we set him up with $100 in his CashApp, and every week for doing his chores, at the end of the week, what do you get?
$10.
He gets another $10 added. Every week he does his chores, he gets another $10 added to his CashApp that he gets to learn how to trade. Are you having fun? I think this is going to be a really good episode, right? What do you say? Why don't we get into it? Are you ready to trade?
Yes.
Let's go trade. All right, so we're in Gerrick's CashApp. And if you're in CashApp, you're going to see this green screen. And in the corner here, the lower left-hand corner, you're going to see the money. You're going to see a dollar amount. That's the money that you have available. Gerrick has $23 available in his account currently. And obviously he has a lot more than that. He has a lot of his money's in trades, right? And then he has a lot of money put on buy orders if trades come down to certain prices. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to click this 23. And the first thing you're going to go to is you're going to see stocks. Go ahead and hit stocks. Now, I want to let you guys know, before we get started, I want to let you know a couple of things. If you've never purchased stocks before, your screen is going to look a little different than this, until you purchase your first stocks. And then once you purchase your first stock, your screen will look much like ours. The other thing, sometimes we make moves during the week, right? And if we make a move during the week, you guys can follow us because we have a Facebook group. And what's our Facebook group called? Trading with G. Trading with G, right? Trading with G is what it's called. And in the description of the video, there is a link to our Facebook group. I highly encourage that you guys get your parents to join our Facebook group so you can keep track of our moves throughout the week. And also, this video is also for adults. I have a lot of adults that actually say, man, the golden nuggets that you drop, the knowledge, even though you're teaching kids, as an adult, I can still learn this. So if you adults who are following us as well, be sure to join our Facebook group, Trading with G. All right, let's get started. Let's look here. we've got $61.99. That's the current value of our stocks. And how much do we have in the market?
Yeah, invested
Yep.
72.
We have $72 invested. We're currently down just a little over $10, $10.01. And we're currently down about 13.9% overall. And that's okay, because in the beginning, when you first come into a trade, you can't expect it to go in your favor. You've got to learn how to manage your risk so that you can eventually make a profit. And so we're going to look at the stocks that we're in, and then we're going to go galactic. Remember, I said we were going galactic. We will be going galactic here once we look at our current stocks. Come here, Gerrick. Let's take a look. What's our first stock?
Our first stock is Zoom Video Communications.
Click it. Zoom Video Communications, man. This one danced this week. This stock was all over the board. It was crazy. In fact, we hit one of our buy orders, and then our other buy order that we had all the way down there, it came within 2 pennies, 2 cents of hitting it, and it went the other way. We missed it by 2 cents. Sometimes you can be a little too accurate when you learn exactly how to trade. But let's take a look at this, Gerrick. Come here. Let's take a look at Zoom. We had a buy set for $66. It's at $66.27 right now. But if we look at what it did this past week, if we look at what this did this past week, it went from $70 all the way down, and then it started to come back up. It went from $71 all the way down to under $62 this week. And now it's at 66. In fact, we bought more at $66 and we missed our other buy point. So you know what that means? We need to go change our buy point on here. Let's take a look at where we need to change it to. We've got it at 61.55. If we look at the year chart, it looks like it could come down to 61.68. Do you see that? Okay. See that little peak there? Looks like it come down to 61.68. That's a possibility. Let's look at a month chart. It looks like it come down to 63.33. We still are all the way down here at 61.54. That's where we have our buy set at 61.55, if you remember. And I think the best place to put this buy order is right here at the top of this little peak. See where it says 61.68? Let's look here on the month chart. Let's go ahead and put our buy order. Oh man, this is a tough one. Let's go ahead and bump up our buy order. It may come down to 61.68, but let's put our buy order just a little above there. Why don't we put our buy order at just a little above there, why don't we put our buy order at 62.70? How about that? 62.70, does that sound good? Let's go ahead and we've got to cancel out that other buy order. Hold on. Okay, let's go cancel out that other buy order. Gerrick, what are you doing? Oh, you wrote it down, 62.7. Okay. Cool. Hey, that's a good job. You had me confused. I was wondering if you were paying attention, and you went to grab a piece of paper so you could write down 62.7. So let's cancel out that buy order.
That one? This one?
This one? Yep, the 61.55. Okay. Hit yes. We're going to cancel that out. We're going to come back. We're going to come back out here, and we're going to hit, and you see it, put the money back in our balance. We had 23, now we have 32. You see that?
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we're going to go to buy. Click buy. Okay. Remember how much we had in Zoom before? our very first buy?
9.
It was 9% of our balance. 9% of our balance. And at the time we started out with $100, so 9% was $9. Since $9 is what we started out with, let's go ahead and set another $9 to buy.
But are you buying?
Oh, change order type. Yeah. Custom purchase. Let's go to a week chart. It'll be easier. Trust me. Okay, now do it. We'll just do this. How about that?
I thought you said it was
Yep.
62.7.
That is 62.7, right?
Oh, that's
Hit set.
that one.
Yep, 3 dots, hit 9. 90 days. And we'll confirm. All right. Zoom certainly looks, guys, Zoom looks really good. I just want to say this, okay? There are so many positive things about Zoom right now that I really like. The one thing is if you look at the news, first of all, if you look at Zoom, I just want to show you a few things. They just had their next earnings report come out and they beat expectations. It was supposed to do 98 cents per share, and they did $1.16 per share. That was their earnings per share. So they beat their estimates. Not only that, if you look at the news, it's so positive. Hedge fund, there's a hedge fund that just purchased over 17 million in Zoom. They just announced their plans for AI into their platform. So, not that I'm a big fan of AI. I think you guys all know where I stand, but we have to keep in mind things for the market. Okay. We're looking to beat them at their own game, a system that was set up for not everyone to win. Let's just say that. So we're teaching people how to go beat them at their own game. So if we look at Zoom, there's just a lot of positive news out on it. Guys, I really think that this should go up pretty significantly. If we look at Zoom, we have our sell order set if the price hits $92. So if the price hits $92 right here, we're going to sell our Zoom. For the time being, I think we can just leave it there at 92. In fact, when this went up this week, we were over 10% in profit. And I asked Gerrick, I said, do we want to set this to sell? I said, my only concern is if we set it to sell, when it sells in the morning, it's going to sell a lot lower. I said, this may come down, but I think this is going to go higher. And I asked Gerrick, I said, do we want to go ahead and hold our Zoom? And what did you say? You said, keep it. Let's keep it. So we kept our Zoom, and then it came down, hit our buy order, almost hit our next one. Hey, we're rolling with Zoom, right? We're going to roll with this baby because this puppy looks like it's wanting to go up. So let's go on to our next trade. Go ahead and click our next trade. U-Power. Go ahead and click on U-Power. Man, this is a tricky one. This is going to be a tricky trade. Why? Because it's a new stock. It just came out here recently. So we're looking for the bottom. And I know that typically when stocks come out, a lot of times they'll come down, 4 times from their opening spot. So it opened around $40. And I figured around $10 would be a good buying spot to start scaling into the trade. And so that's what we did. We started buying at $10. We've been managing our risk. We're looking for a bottom because we know once we find that bottom, when this goes up, we have a good chance of making some really good profits. So let's go look at this. We can't really tell anything on the all chart or the year chart because the charts are the same. Look at this camera here. You got to look at this camera over here. Okay, because we're on here. So the charts on the all in year, since it's so new, they're going to look the same. Let's go to the month chart. So if we go to the month chart, okay, we can see a few things here. Do you see this drop right here? Okay. And then you see this drop down here. Let's go ahead and set a buy order on UPower, but let's set it really low. It's at about $3.45 right now. And that looks to be probably a pretty good area, but let's go ahead, just in case it spikes down, we'll see if we can catch it. Okay, so if we look at UPower, we look at this month chart, you see this drop and you see this drop all the way down there. Let's figure the difference between those two drops, okay? I'm going to give you my calculator. So you see the bottom right here of this, which is $5.20, 5.2.
Like that, like that.
Yep, minus 3.75. Okay. Equals $1.45. Hit clear. We got to remember that, $1.45. So go ahead and take the bottom of this, 3.75, minus 1.45 equals
2.3. Like no.
$2.30. Well, wow, that would come really low if that came down there. And it's possible. I don't know if we want to go quite that low. I think we want to go just a little bit higher. Okay. I mean, we could take it from the bottom here to the bottom here, but I want to look at getting this on a spike down. So instead of 230, why don't we set our buy for 260? How does that sound? $2.60? Does that sound good? All right. Let's go ahead and hit buy.
Buy? A buy?
Hit buy. Custom order. Let's see. Pull that down to $2. What do we say?
$2.60.
And 60 cents. Okay. Go ahead and hit set. And what did we start out in this trade? How much did we start out buying?
9.
What dollar of increments, I should say, are we buying in? We're buying in $9 increments because we started out with 9% of our balance, and at the time we had $100. Oh, it's saying that you cannot place it right now. Okay, I want you to remember something. I want you to remember $2.60. If you see UPower come down to $2.60, in my opinion, I think that is a great place to buy more. That's where we will be buying more. Even if it comes down and goes back up, we're still going to look to buy more there. It's this camera here. In fact, Gerrick wrote it down. I don't think they can see it.
Okay.
Because you wrote it on the back of a paper with
okay.
Yeah, they can see it. Okay. So if it goes down to $2.60, we're going to buy more. We may end up buying more of this before it goes down there. It certainly looks like it could go up at any minute. This is really looking good. I wonder if it'll just let us buy it here. What do you think?
Or
what do you think?
Where?
Do you think it'll just let us buy it here?
Where?
Let's just try it. Go ahead and hit buy.
From?
Let's see. Let's see what our amount is. We're down 40%. Yeah, let's go ahead. We're just gonna go ahead and buy some more now. Nope. You don't have to change order type. We're just gonna set it to buy in the on Monday morning.
That was a supposed thing.
Order. Oh man, it's because we have other buy and sells on the books. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. It won't let us have that many buys or sells on the books. I wonder if we delete some of these orders.
Let's delete Zoom.
let's delete this. Let's delete the sell all of you power if it hits 1095. Go ahead and hit cancel.
For you power?
Yeah, hit cancel. We had it set to sell for $10.95. No harm, no foul. If it goes up there, we're still going to sell anyways. So let's go back now and let's set a buy. All right, we're going to set a buy. Next.
Change order type?
Schedule.
Should I be able to change?
Okay, so we've got a buy set for U power right here to buy U power when it opens on Tuesday, because Monday is Memorial Day. And it's just going to buy at the opening price. Okay. It's the approximate price is saying $3.48.
It says that on for Tuesday at 8:30 a.m.
That's actually lower than where it is. So if the approximate price is $3.48, we'll take that. We'll take that. So cool. So let's go ahead and let's go back to U Power. U Power, we set a buy price to go ahead and buy Monday. We're just going to buy more. The sell price we have is, the sell price we had to cancel one order, was $10.95. But the best thing to do is just follow us, because if we make any moves during the week, we post them in our Facebook group. And the description, or in the description of this video, you'll find the link to our Facebook group. Let's go look at our next trade.
Our next trade is Restaurant Brands International.
Who owns Restaurant Brands International?
Burger King.
Burger King. What do we have going on with Restaurant Brands International? Let's take a look.
So
we have a buy price if it hits $64.05.
And
we have a buy price if it hits $55.50.
And we have a buy order if it hits 90 cents.
No, we have a sell order if it hits $90. We have it set to sell if it hits $90. Right now, it looks like Restaurant Brands International is at $73.22. Do you see that there, Gerrick? $73.22. Let's take a look at where it could go if it comes down. 72 there. Come down on the month chart. It may come down here, 71. I mean, this looks pretty good. It could come down here, 67. We have our buy set for 64. If it came down right in here, I think that's actually probably a pretty good buy price. And we have a buy price all the way down over here if it hits 55.50. So the buy price, I think that we have, they're good. I think our sell price is really good. We looked from the top of this peak to the top of this peak. We took the difference and then we added it to the top of this peak. And that's how we came up with our sell price of $90. So that's how we came up with our sell price of $90. You see that? So Restaurant Brands International, it looks good. Let's let it play out. Okay? What's the next one we're going to?
Ford Motor.
You better click it. Okay. Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company. Let's see what old Ford Motor Company is doing. I'm going to tell you, Ford looks really good. This is another one that we have that looks lights out, amazing. This trade looks, oh man.
It just looks like
this trade and Zoom, they look so good right now.
It looks like it's just a cliff right there.
I'll show you. It does right there. It looks like it's falling off the cliff, but that's only a one-day chart. Okay? That's only a one-day chart. If we look at Ford, we have $9 in Ford.
And we're up 14.
We're up 14 cents. By the way, I should have showed you Restaurant Brands International. We're also up. We have $9 in it. We're up to $9.47. We're up over 5% there. but we're letting that ride. We're letting it play out.
And we can go ahead and do the same thing with Ford Motors.
We're probably going to do the same thing with Ford Motor Company. It looks so good right now. Let me show you what I'm looking at, Gerrick. I mean, I'm tempted to buy more, but I also know by managing risk, there's times where you're like, man, I wish I could buy more, but you have to stay disciplined. You have to stay disciplined in the markets. Ford is so tempting right now to buy more, but we want to stay disciplined. We want to make sure we leave us some room in case it does fall. We can do what's called cost average into the trade. We can scale into the trade. So we have Ford set, if we look right here, we have Ford set to buy more if it hits $9 right there. And we have it set, we don't have a sell set on this. The reason we don't have a sell set is because we had too many on the books. So yes. But remember, we said it could go up there quite a ways. I think it was around, I want to say $16 to $18, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. We said it could go up if we look at Ford. Okay. We're looking at this year chart.
And look how good that is.
That looks so good, doesn't it?
Dribbling basketball. It looks like the same thing we've seen before.
It does. It looks spectacular. In fact, if we look at this here, you can't really see it here. I'm going to go ahead. I want to share my screen and I want to show this to you. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Guys, let me share my screen here. I want to show you something on Ford. This is pretty incredible. So if we pull up Ford, okay, this is Ford Motor Company. This is on a 1-day chart. Let me shrink this down. You got to see this. This is so beautiful. This is on a 1-day chart, okay? 1-day chart. Do you see how this is dribbled down like a basketball?
Right there.
Boom, boom,
right up
boom,
these bits,
boom,
yeah.
boom. I mean, this could dribble way down, or it could go up at any time. At any time. This looks like it's starting. What happened? Come back here. Okay. See, you're so excited. He is so excited over Ford. Tell him. I'm excited over Ford.
I'm excited.
You're as excited as I am. You're falling over because you're so excited. I am too. Look how this is starting to come up, right? This certainly looks like it could come back up in here. I mean, I think when we see this come back up in here, we'll see this fly back up in here. And this is the area that I would be looking to take and sell. Let's see what that area is. Let me move this over. So that's right around $18.60. $18.60. If it goes up from where it is to $18.60, that'll be about a 50%. 50%. Let me say it again. Increase. You would make 50% on this trade in a very short time frame. Think about that. That's pretty, guys, that's pretty crazy. I mean, even if you're in this the trade for a month, 2 months, I think we've been in this for about a month and a half now. Just imagine making 50% in a matter of 2 months, 3 months, you know. Pretty incredible. That's really, really good. I love the looks of Ford. I think it looks really good. We are protecting ourselves. If it does come down here, we have it set to buy more at $9. Okay. So we have it set to buy more. If for whatever reason it wants to come down there real quick, hey, we'll pick some more up at $9. It doesn't look like it's probably going to do that. But again, it's about staying disciplined. We've got to stay disciplined. So let me go ahead and stop my share. So we're back to Gerrick's iPad right now, and we're going to leave Ford as is. I mean, it looks really good. We're protecting if it comes down. If it does fall, we're going to buy more. But we know where we're going to sell at if it ends up going up. Where we're at? Or did you write that one down?
No.
$18.60.
18.
18.6 for Ford.
18.
18.6 for Ford.
Like this, 18.
18.6. $18.60. Okay.
Like that, like that.
Yep. So be sure that you join our Facebook group, because if you join our Facebook group, you're able to get all our updates on any moves that we make during the week. So Ford looks great and Ford looks spectacular. Let's go ahead and let's look at our next stock.
And our next stock is Roblox.
Roblox. On Roblox, we are in the trade for what?
$9, and we're minus 6 cents. We're so close to 9.
Yep, we're at $8.94. We're pretty much where we started. We do have orders on the books for Roblox. If we look, we have a order if the price hits $30. We're buying more if it hits $30
and $60,
and we're selling it if it goes to 60 on a spike. We'll probably sell it before then, but we just have that tentatively set for now. We can always cancel that sell order and sell it whenever we want to sell it. If we look at the chart here, I think that $30 still looks good to buy as a buy point. And I still think that $60 looks good as a, as a sell point. So let's leave it at that $60 for the sell and the $30 for the buy. It looks good. We're just going to let it play out. Just say, I guess Roblox is one of those that you need to poke with a stick and tell it to do something. So poke it with a stick and tell it to do something. Say, do something, Roblox.
Go in profit.
Go in profit for us, yes. But Roblox is just one we have to be patient with. Yeah. So hopefully now Roblox will do something now that we hit it with a stick and we told it to do something. We told it to go in profit, right? All right. All right. So our last trade, we're going to go galactic.
And our last trade is going to be a space trade.
It's going to be about space. There is a stock out there. Sometimes you see there is a stock out there, or I will say this, sometimes you see a stock that is just such a good buy, and for whatever reason you see a lot of positive news on it, but the price is coming down. Those are always stocks to pay attention to. And so there's a stock called Virgin Galactic, okay, called Space. We're going to take a look at it. So if we come up here, we're going to look at SPCE, okay, SPCE for space. We're going to launch the chart. We're going to look at this. Look at this, Gerrick. Look how this is all the way pushed down. Also, if you look at one thing, look at this. You have a descending peak here, a descending peak here, and you have a descending peak here. You've made these 3 descending peaks. I mean, even if you look right here, you could say there's a descending peak here, a descending peak here, and a descending peak here. You see how you have these descending peaks coming down?
Yeah.
And they're spaced pretty evenly. This is looking good for a successful launch, no pun intended. This is looking really good for a successful launch. If we look right here, it's at the bottom. I mean, if Virgin Galactic successful, where could they go? I mean, the sky's the limit. They could go on to new all-time highs. This is around $63. This is around $43. That's about $20 difference. This could go to $83. This could go to $83. But, in the short term, I could see Virgin Galactic coming up to here. I mean, see the bottom of this valley? That's pretty easy to see. If we look at the bottom of that valley, it looks like Virgin Galactic could come up here to around $14. Around $14.45. And right now it's at $3.38. That is about 4 to 5 times where it currently sets. 4 to 5 times. Not counting if it did go up to $83, that would be about 25 to 30 times. 25 to 30 times where it currently sets. That means if you were to purchase $100 and it went up to 25 to 30 times, you would have $2,500 to $3,000 off of just $100. It's pretty incredible. Now, you know, that's something that you're probably going to have to be in for the longer term. But, you know, it's such a good entry point. You know, in the short term, I think we could see this go to over $14 pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. Gerrick is going to go ahead and turn his on. So if we look right here, it's at the bottom. Why don't we go ahead and buy $9 worth? Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've got the margin down here in the balance right now. Plus we've got all those other orders set to buy. So if we need to cancel any of those, we can. We've got 3 out of 5 of our trades. They're in profit right now. I think we can go ahead and buy Virgin Galactic. So let's go ahead and click buy. I'd like to buy more, but we're going to keep it $9. Okay.
Now we buy.
And if we look, it scheduled it to buy. Look at this. It scheduled it to buy Tuesday morning. In fact, it looks like the approximate price is going to be $3.38. And right now it's setting at, if we look at where it's setting at right now, it's at $3.38. Mm-hmm. So it looks like we're going to get it there at its current price when it opens. This looks really good. It could come down to $3.32. I mean, yeah, you know, it could come down a little bit lower, but we're not going to chance it. I mean, there's not much difference between $3.32 and $3.38. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to buy it when it opens on Tuesday morning. So I'm pretty excited about this stock, guys. I mean, Virgin Galactic certainly looks poised to launch up. And I'm hoping that we go, as they say in trading, to the moon with this one. To the moon. We're buying a space stock in order to be able to go to the moon in trading. Are you excited? Are you excited about going to space and what Virgin Galactic is doing? Pretty exciting, right? And now we get to own a piece of their company. That's awesome that we get to own a piece of their company this early into the game. So with that, I think that's pretty much a wrap, Gerrick, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think? What are you most excited about? Of the stocks that we own, what are you most excited about?
Zoom video communications.
Zoom video communications right now? It looks good, and so does Ford. Those two right now look like they're going to be some breadwinners for us. Zoom and Ford, I wouldn't be surprised if we close them for profit next week or the week after. They look pretty spectacular. So, with that, this is Dwayne.
And Gerrick.
Reminding you to first do what?
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. Smash that like button, subscribe to our channel. Join our Facebook group. There's a link in the description of the videos. And we want to remind you, manage the ride.
And you will master the tide.
And you will master the tide. We're certainly looking to manage the ride on that space shuttle that Virgin Galactic has. Until next week, bye for now, everyone.
Bye.